painting doesn't start with a brush, but with a memory, with a feeling that connects us to who we are and what we love. Art is not just a painting, another object in your surroundings. It is a bridge between the visible and the invisible, between what can be touched and what can only be felt. Each stroke is an invitation to stop time, breathe more slowly, and see the world with a new perspective. When you look at a work of art, look at it from your heart, and you will see how time stands still as your gaze is lost in every detail, stroke, and color transition. I often feel nostalgic for these days at the University of Fine Arts, when all I had to worry about was drawing and painting. It was all about enjoying myself while seeing progress day by day. I attended classes every morning: life drawing, artistic human anatomy, painting techniques, art history, and 3 afternoons a week I went to 3-hour life model drawing sessions. I remember feeling very happy during those sessions because time ceased to exist for me as I concentrated solely on drawing and getting the proportions of the model's body right. How I wish social media had existed back in 2003 when I was about 20 years old. I'm sure I would have documented my artistic progress and works with more photographs and videos, and I would have fond memories of them. Although there is also something magical about a period of your life that has remained more hidden and secret, right? That period that you jealously guard in a corner of your mind and heart, and of which you may have only a few photographs, or none at all. I think that in a way, those of us who weren't born in the heyday of social media and technology are lucky precisely for this reason, for having experienced many moments of privacy when we didn't feel the anxiety of recording or photographing every moment or experience we had. So, how did I get here? To this precise moment when you are watching me paint a landscape in watercolor? Well, I had been painting landscapes since my teens, a time when I was already beginning to take art more seriously. I already knew then that I wanted to study fine art, and I spent some of my free time copying works by William Turner, a painter I greatly admire, or drawing what I saw around me. The thing is, I didn't know about watercolor yet, and I was painting in oils. In fact, some of these old large format works are still hanging in my parents' house. When I discovered watercolor and began to explore it in depth, I never looked back. It is an artistic technique that captivates with its soft blends and the aesthetic and expressive possibilities that water offers us. The fact that I have specialized in this technique as an artist, and also because of my passion for nature, has finally led me to define myself as an artist who paints the sky and the earth using one of the most essential nature elements of life: water. The sky and the earth, two sides of the same coin, two opposites that complement each other. One so soft and diffuse, so changeable with ethereal clouds that do not slow down its undulating movement. This element, sky, allows me to use watercolor in its most atmospheric way, using soft blends. And the other so rigid and solid, so static and permanent that you can even feel it and step on it. Whether it be grass, sand, stone, this element, earth, allows me to use more aggressive and expressive watercolor textures. Two elements that are so different but inseparable. You can feel one under your feet when you walk barefoot. You can feel the roughness and textures you step on, and you can see and feel the other on your face, like a soft, cool breeze caressing your skin. Two elements that also define my dual nature, governed by a somewhat bipolar sign, Gemini. Could it have something to do with it? Well, I think that even if your sign is not Gemini, we all have a duality deep down, a side that we show more and other that we hide more. But I think this is part of the nature of the world, which is dual. In this work you are looking at, I have focused on the earth. In this case, the mountains and the path are the protagonists, and the sky is their accompaniment. This is how water, sky, and earth intertwine in each of my works, and also in my life, and even in yours. Because deep down, each painting is a reflection of what we all are. Moments that are fleeting and eternal at the same time. We are a unity divided into millions of humans, but we all share the same air, the same water, and the same earth. You are part of this work just by observing it, and the more you observe it, the more it becomes yours, because it is already part of you and your experience of this precise moment, a moment that will never return. If you have ever felt that a work of art resonates with you and becomes part of your own story, then you will understand the value of surrounding yourself with unique pieces. For this reason, I have made an exclusive waiting list available to collectors, an intimate and privileged space where I will begin to share my new works, collections, and exclusive pieces for the first time. If you want to be among the first to discover what comes out of my studio and from my own hand, I invite you to join the list. You can do so via the link in the description of this video. What you see in my works are not just colors and shapes. They are fragments of sky and earth captured forever. Windows that open in a cold and lifeless wall to breathe life into our sacred temple, which is our own home.